everybody. I don't even know how to do my intro. Welcome back to another day. Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Dee. I make lifestyle content on my everyday life, and I also do Black-owned business reviews. So if that's something that you like, make sure that you like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on an upload. I've been up for a little while, probably for about an hour now, but I was laying in bed for that hour because I didn't feel like getting up. Today marks our last day in beautiful, beautiful, lovely, wonderful South Africa. Today is Monday. We leave on Saturday to go back to the States. Something I'm not really looking forward to. You know what I mean? Alas, we must go. We cannot stay. We don't really have much planned this week, truthfully, other than just to pack up and go. I actually started packing up yesterday because I was like, well, I'm just going to put out the clothes that I feel like I'm most likely going to wear this week, and then everything else can just go in the bags. That way, because I'm working and just like kind of tired and stuff, I won't have to deal with rushing around to pack my stuff up. My boo is not here, as you can see. He went to return the car that we had rented for a week. So he's going to go do that. Then he'll be back probably in about an hour or so, after all of that. But I'm really just going to kind of get ready for the day. I have work, So for those who didn't know, I didn't take off a whole month. I didn't even have that much time. I don't even think I had enough time for a week. I think I probably had enough time for like a week or two. I still worked here. I still worked the same schedule. That might be misleading. I still worked 8 to 5 CST, Central Standard Time. But over here, South Africa time, it was 3 to midnight or like 3 to 11:30 or whatever. Some people might ask about like load shedding and all of that in relation to my job. Truthfully, it might have just affected me. Like I said, I'll probably do a debrief on load shedding and all that. I'll just wait to do a brief on that and whatnot. But it wasn't that bad, truthfully. I think it might have affected me maybe once. Like if I was in a meeting or something, but because I don't lead a lot of meetings, or because I'm not in a ton of meetings most of my meetings where I have to pay attention to, right? It's a meeting and I'm a part of it. But sometimes it's it would happen just randomly throughout the day when I was working on something. And then at least where I'm at, the power would go out for a minute, and then it would take a couple minutes for everything to come back up. And that would happen maybe once or twice a day, just kind of depending on the stages or whatever. If anything, maybe the most frustrating part might be the time it takes for the internet to come back up, because it's essentially resetting the router and stuff. So it does take a couple of minutes, 5 minutes. But I mean, even when I'm back in the States, if I was in the office, I remember one of the first time, I think I've only gone to the office once to work, but the one time I went into the office to work, I think I was experiencing issues with power then. It was either power or the internet. I think I was having issues with the internet or something, or connecting to our VPN or whatever. And then even people all around the world be having issues with the VPN. Some of my coworkers be having power issues all the time, internet issues all the time. So I'm because if you know me, you know that I get anxiety about every little thing. And so I was worried about load shedding affecting my job, but it wasn't bad, truthfully. And sometimes I'd say just give me a second, I'll be on in a couple of minutes or something. Life happens, truthfully. And I think that, and I'm hoping that people in the States, maybe through my blogs, will understand that while South Africa is not, even the States don't deal with load shedding, right? Even though in regards to that, South Africa is kind of behind. Let me tell you, in the States, even though the internet and the connections and everything are pretty good, there are things that happen, right? Connection issues happen. And, I used to get anxiety, oh my gosh, if I'm experiencing this, then I'm going to get fired and all this. Girl, you're going to get fired over connection issues? Connection issues that could happen literally anywhere and everywhere, even within the office if you were to go into the office. Come on. But overall, our time here was great, and I'm really sad to be leaving. And someone commented saying that they had seen us at the Mall of Africa, and I was like, hey, you should have said hey. At least Paul does. Paul be talking to everybody. And it's not to say that I won't talk to anybody, but it's not natural for me to just strike up a conversation with someone, because I'm from the Northeast, and if you know that we just don't be talking to everybody. That's that Southern hospitality stuff that we just don't do. It's not natural for me to just like strike up a conversation with someone unless I genuinely want to, which generally speaking, I don't want to. The one thing I'm going to be working on this week, since we don't really have plans on going anywhere because we don't have a car, so we can't really leave this area, is I'm going to be working on vlogs, because I am going to try to go back to vlogging weekly, even if it's the boring stuff. Whatever. It's my life. My life is not interesting. I work in tech. I work a 9-to-5 job. I live with my husband and our pets, and we're trying to move to another country. I feel like the most fascinating thing about my life really is all related to South Africa. So I'm hoping that, you know, once we move and everything, that things will get more interesting. I mean, I'm still gonna be working, you know, but then there are some other things that we'll be kind of doing on the side that I'm hoping that we'll be able to bring to the vlogs. One thing I did want to tell you, I have a video coming out today, which is crazy because I have not posted a video in 2 months. I'm so sorry. And what's crazy is that I was gaining subscribers, which I was just like, how? I have not posted in 2 months, and yet, not that I was gaining like hundreds of thousands of people. No, we're not there yet. Paul has created channels. Now, he doesn't have any videos out yet, and I don't know when his videos will start going up, but his will. So I know I told you guys in past vlogs that we are going to like start up a channel where we kind of explain in more detail about the moving process and everything, like with our visas, like literally giving you details, companies we use, you know, the good, the bad, the ugly about this whole moving process. He created his channels. He doesn't have like any channel art or like, it's literally just he has a name and a URL. That's it. But, you know, subscribe. I'll make sure that I have the links to his channels in my videos moving forward, so that if you want to find his channel, and I'm going to see if I can try to put it in my bio too, that you can go and subscribe to his channels. So he'll have one that's like more personal, and then he'll have one that I think is more like business oriented, meaning, you know, giving more information about the moving process and then anything else that he wants to put on there. Hey folks, welcome back to another day in this vlog. I'm looking encrusted and busted, looking like a used cotton ball, as I say in my vlogs. Today is Tuesday. We leave in 5 days. I just wanted to come on here and tell you that, just kind of check in again, see how y'all doing. Last night we went to Life Grand Cafe for dinner. It's gonna be our last time before we leave that we go there. This week, as I said yesterday, there's not really much going on, and really the only kind of plans that we have are related to dinner. All the places that we're going to dinner this week are places that we've been to, like, at this point, multiple times. I'm sure that I explained in the first vlog during our first week here that we went to the mall like every day, multiple times a day for like every meal. But yeah, so I wanted to come on because tomorrow we are going to be going to the movies, and we're going to see The Woman King, and I'm super excited because there's just so many like Black/African movies and TV shows and stuff that I want to watch, and I'm just really excited to like have a movie experience tomorrow. And then for the first time for me to get back into the movie theater and for him to get back into the movie theater is together. Like, if y'all don't know, I'm obsessed with Paul, like obsessed, and like not in an unhealthy way, it's just kind of like in a comical way. It's just like, I just love this man so much, and I'm so thankful and blessed and grateful that he's in my life. Like, the fact that he's not here right now kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies, because I'm just like, our whole relationship thus far has been with us being in each other's presence 24/7, right? Like, I call us a pandemic couple because that's what we are. We met during the pandemic, like physically, and like we moved in together during a pandemic, we got married during a pandemic, or engaged during a pandemic, got married during a pandemic. So it's like we are a pandemic couple. So we've been around each other and not really outside of the house for the past like 2-3 years. So for us to be like going out and doing things, and then for like him to be separate from me, because I even get this way when we're back home, just be like, I just need to know where he's at all times, because I'm just so used to him being here all the time. But he's in good hands, so I'm not worried. So fast forward to our last day, sadly, our last day in South Africa. But one of our friends so graciously took us around Joburg just to kind of check out some different sites. These were a couple of places that Paul had already seen, and so I was able to see them for the first time. So it's really cool to just kind of check out some different areas in Joburg. There were so many different clothing places and food places that he was suggesting to us once we're, back in South Africa. So we definitely have a lot of other places to check out once we're there. And obviously not even just within the Joburg area, but in other provinces and maybe just other areas in the country. Then we ended up going to lunch at Salvation Cafe, which is this really cute area, kind of like boutiques, things like that are kind of around. So it was really cute. And that was it. For dinner later that night, our last dinner in South Africa. Actually, this was the night before. I just realized that. But we went back to Nomad. That was our last time going to dinner. And homegirl was doing her thing, shaking her hips with a thing of freaking fire on her head. Man, when she came close to me, I was like, I ain't about this life. And then, of course, look at my cute husband. Oh my goodness. He's just so handsome. And then, of course, I caught him slipping. Hey folks, so we're back home from the grocery store. So I figured I could show you guys what it is that we got from South Africa. Now my boo actually took his fragrances that he bought, so I'll just pop them up on the screen when I kind of get to that portion. But like I said before, we didn't really go crazy shopping. Our room is in utter disarray. Look at that. Just crap everywhere. Let me grab this stuff. Show you guys what it is that I got from Sephora. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so I'm gonna show this first thing since it's pretty big. And I'm not gonna take it out of the wrap or anything because it's for my mother-in-law. It's not for us or anything like that. But, okay, so my mother-in-law, hi Cynthia, if you're watching this, she's the best. She is hella pro black, loves black everything, black art, black decor, black everything, including, African. When we went back this time, we knew that we wanted to get her something and all that. Now, mind you, we paid for this, but she's gonna give my boo the money for it. He was looking at a bunch of the different African kind of just pieces there and came across this, and I think she chose this. We were sending her pictures and stuff when we first got there, actual masks and different decor pieces and whatnot. And, just left it up to her to tell us which ones that she wanted. So we settled on this, which is really nice. Shell detail here. This is all beading, the colored part, and then some raffia here. And then it's just on a little stand so she can just kind of put it on display in her home. So that was that. So as I said, just a couple seconds ago, my boo and I got fragrances. So that's probably the thing that we got the most of. And we weren't really expecting to get a bunch of, colognes and perfumes and stuff. We just so happened to come across some things that we really liked and decided to pick them up. So the first place was in the Mall of Africa, and it's this place called Asmanli Oud. And so since I have this one, I will show it to you. So this is this one. It's in the scent called Love Cure. And I love the packaging of this because it just looks so regal, just imagine putting that on a cute little tray, just having it sit there, I'm not good with describing scents, but I like it clearly because I spent money on it. It is, how many mils is this? So this is 1.7 fluid ounces, which is 50 mils. So it's not bad, and it's got a pretty nice amount in there. So I bought 2 fragrances from them. That's the first one, and this is the one that I don't have a box for. This is the one that I've probably been using the most. This one's definitely oudi. So when it comes to fragrances, I like ones that are super oudi. So things that have jasmine, musk, amber, maybe vanilla, maybe some of those woody scents and whatnot in it, things like that. Things that you would mainly spray on yourself if you're going out at night or something. But I like to wear them on a regular basis. And this is in the scent Sine. So we came across another place. I want to say it was called Toybah, Toybah, but it's a fragrance spot there. And so these 2 together cost me a little less than $100 USD. It cost 1,800 Rand. And then I got these 3, which I'll go through each of them in a second, cost me, I want to say $30 altogether. So other than the Sine one that I just showed you, this is another one that I had, yeah, this is the one that's leaking. I had spritzed this one every day. This is going to be my everyday scent. Just give me a second. It's just coming out all over the place here. But yeah, like these scents are super cheap. Now, as far as staying power, I would say that the ones that we got from Toiba don't last as long as the Osmanli Oud ones. Nonetheless, they still smell really good. So this is the first one. It's called Ambertall. This one I wear, like, this will be like my everyday scent. It's like very fresh, very light. I like it. The next one is called Amigo. And I loved the packaging of this one. Truthfully, when she was like spritzing them around, because I think we smelled at least 20 fragrances, including the ones that we bought. This one, I just love the bottle. I feel like if I were to gift this to someone, like say I were to give it to my sister, this is totally her aesthetic. This one's kind of fresh too. They all smell really good, at least in my opinion they do. This one is 75 mils, and as you can see, there's quite a bit in there. Now, we all know with fragrances, they add like a lot of fluff, you know, to the bottom. It doesn't go all the way down. You know, it's a spritz, so you're not gonna be like, look at this. I'm like, y'all really playing me when like half the bottle is just glass. But there's Amigo, really like this one too, but I love this one. This one I was spritzing all over myself. And then this one is Golden Angel. Here's the box. And here's the bottle. Look at that. This just looks so regal. I'm telling you, putting these on my little, like once we move and I get like a cute little tray or whatever and just fill it up with fragrances, it's gonna look so nice, so chic. But yeah, I like this one. This one I bought specifically to wear at night. So like when we went to Ethos and Signature, which were the fine dining restaurants we went to, I sprayed that one. I literally have 5 minutes to film. So those are the fragrances. A couple of days ago, I made an order to Sephora because I had been running out of my skincare. So I actually need to like replenish on some of the things that I actually do use. But I did actually want to try out a couple of different new Black-owned brands that I had heard of, like literally just recently. I don't remember if Hyper is Black-owned, but I saw this and wanted to pick it up. It's called the Fade and Glow AHA Mask from Hyper. I'll probably be trying some of this stuff out this week. This one I had just seen on, I think it was on TikTok actually, because I was looking for a dark spot serum, as you would have seen in my Bob haul that I did when I was kind of showing new skincare and like new books and things that I had just bought. I told you that I didn't like the vitamin C serum from Rosen is okay, but like I feel like it's just a little too much vitamin C. So for me to be using like all day, because it's like I love the vitamin C serum from Butter, like that is going to be like my like standard just kind of everyday vitamin C serum. And then I wanted to try to find some sort of dark spot serum that I could use at night, you know, just kind of help with dark spots and stuff on my face. And so I came across Edam, I think is how you say it. And this is made by a Black woman. It's two women, a Black woman and an Asian woman. And I'm like, the Asians know, like other than black skincare, right? Because I'm a Black woman and obviously like Black people know my skin. Asian people are really good with skincare, especially Koreans. So I thought, let me try this out and see how I like it. Plus it's just very luxury looking, you know, it just looks really nice. So it's Edam, the Milk Marvel Dark Spot Serum. So I will try that out and then let you guys know. So I think those are the two things that I had actually bought, because this is kind of expensive. Like serums and I feel like eye products typically cost like no less than $60. At least I haven't found any that are good that haven't cost lower than that. Then of course with Sephora, you always get samples and stuff. So I got Charlotte's Magic Cream from Charlotte Tilbury. Charlotte Tilbury is pretty good too, and they're pretty inclusive with people of color, which is really nice. So she'll always have people of color in her campaigns and whatnot. So I think this is just like a all-around moisturizer, but I was going to use it as like an eye cream. And then I got this like little set from Living Proof, like for your hair. I guess it's just like a part of it. So they have a curl shampoo, a defining gel, this conditioner, and then a curl definer. So I mean, well, I guess while my hair is kind of in its natural state, I can try them out and let you guys know. And then the last two samples are this Dr. Barbara Sturm Darker Skin Tones Hyaluronic Serum. So another serum that I can try out, see how I like it. And then a eye cream from Josie Maran. So all that was from Sephora. So we also picked up some snacks, as one does when you go to a different country. Probably the same amount of snacks as we bought last time, but we got completely new snacks. Now, some of these we have tried, and we were kind of thinking about doing like a taste testing video, but I'm not sure if we'll actually do that now because some of the stuff that we tasted are gone. We like ate them like kind of in between meals when we were traveling and stuff. So I'm just gonna try to jump into it. I'm gonna go really quick because I only got like 5 minutes. So the first one here, okay, these two, unfortunately, we don't like. Now, there's a thing in South Africa called biltong, so B-I-L-T-O-N-G, and the American equivalent to that is like beef jerky, but I feel like their stuff, it's the same concept, right? It's dried meats with like flavorings and everything. I feel like theirs is so much better. Like there's this biltong that we got when we went on the safari, the Lion and Safari Park. And it was so good. It was like traditional biltong, like no crazy additives or anything like that. And y'all, it was the best thing I've ever tasted in my life as far as like dried meats. It was so good. I could eat 1,000,001 of those. So there are like a bunch of different ones that you can get from like the grocery store and stuff. But so we just wanted to try out a bunch of different ones. We had so we bought 4 different ones. We had ones that were similar to what we got at the Lion Safari Park. That was good. Ate that like within seconds. It was so good. So I don't know if you got this, but roasted salted cashews, peri peri flavor. If you don't know, you need to get on it. Peri peri is like the perfect sauce, perfect condiment to fries, chicken. It's so good. Like, I mean, come on. We've got peri peri here. And as you can see here, it is born, I don't know if you can see, but it's born in South Africa. We love this stuff. Love peri peri sauce. Like pretty much anytime I would get like prawns or chicken or really one of the two, like, or seafood, I was always getting it peri peri flavored because it was just that good. So I'm excited to try these cashews. I'll let you guys know about that. Okay, so this one is the most interesting one. We haven't tried it yet. It's not open, but just the flavor of it caught my attention. So I knew I had to pick it up. I'm hoping that it doesn't taste like crap. And if it does, okay, fine, I'll just get rid of it. But if it doesn't, then I'll know that it's a snack that I need to have in the house when we get back. And that is these chicken dust flavored roasted peanuts. Chicken dust flavored. Okay. When I saw that, my boo and I looked at each other like, what the heck? Like chicken dust? But it was just so funny. So when we saw this, knew I needed to pick it up. At least taste it, right? And see what it's all about. And then I'll have a picture up. I'll probably put that up now of the fragrances that he got, if I can remember the names. So that's what we bought from South Africa. Not too crazy, because like I said earlier, while we did want to buy, like clothes and shoes and like a bunch of stuff this time around, we refrained just because we know we're moving there. So it just didn't really make any sense for us to spend money now just to have extra stuff to pack, I'm going to put this stuff away. I'm going to clean up because while it's not filthy in here, I definitely have some cleaning to do. Like I've been vacuuming. The floor definitely needs a good mop or two. And then the steps, oh my gosh, the steps are god awful because the steps are carpeted. Maya has a lot of hair and she sheds a lot. So stairs are filthy with just hair and stuff. So I gotta like get on my hands and knees and get all the hair out of the steps. Wipe down the stairs, wipe down the banister, wipe down like there's little like wooden pieces that aren't carpeted on the sides of the steps. So I gotta do those, wipe those down, gotta dust. Like there's just so much crap that we gotta do.